Hi, welcome to Knits Up. I'm Mindy, your hostess, otherwise known as Knitter CNY. I'm doing another voice update because I tried to record a video podcast yesterday and it was just too long and too complicated. So take a look at my projects page and my stash page for information about what I'm talking about in this podcast. You can find me on Ravelry, Facebook, and Instagram. If you go over to the podcast group, I have a contest or a giveaway going on. It'll be going for another week. And what I'm going to be giving away to one lucky person is a set of Prim 14-inch straight needles, size 10 US 6.0 millimeters. Um, I bought the set thinking I was going to use it for myself, but uh, I'm more used to circulars, so it got used for about 5 minutes and then put right back in the box. So they have been used for a whole 5 minutes, but I figure somebody out there might want them. And then I'm going to pull some chunky yarn out of my stash to go with them, at least 2 or 3 skeins, so you'll have something to make a hat or whatever, cowl maybe. If you're interested in that, go over to the thread that's in the Ravelry group and post there what your crafting goals are for 2019. And again, I'll be drawing that in 1 week on a Sunday, and I'll just close the thread then, pick somebody by random number generator, and whoever it is, I'll PM on Ravelry and ask them to provide me with their name and mailing address, and then I'll just mail the stuff to them, U.S. Post. And this giveaway is only open to people in the United States due to just ease of getting uh, the package out there into somebody in a low cost manner. So all of that administrati is done. Um, I've been working on my sweater, which is a pullover that is in Lion Brand homespun in the color Wisteria. I have 6 skeins of that, and I'm going to be making a pullover, a double cable pullover from the old book from Lion Brand that's called 8 Homespun Sweaters for the Family. I ordered it off of Amazon or eBay or something like that. I had a copy of the book at one point and had made that sweater before, like about 10 or 15 years ago, and the sweater's held up really well. When the dryer on high killed the acrylic, it sort of made it crunchy too. It was kind of weird, but it works. So I wanted to make that sweater again because I wanted to make something fast. I'm using size 10 needles, a circular needle, and I'm already up to the back of the arm. It's in pieces. The back is up to the armholes, and I'll be binding off for the armholes. It's a modified drop sleeve sweater, which means instead of just being a rectangle, it's a rectangle with like a little angle in and then a smaller rectangle. And then you attach the sleeves. I think you bind off like 5 or 6 stitches at the underarm. So it's very square. But that style actually looks okay on me. It's comfortable. And I just usually wear like a long sleeve shirt or something underneath it because homespun on size 10 needles is kind of airy, let's say. Um, so that's going really well because I only started that a week ago. So that's why I wanted to use size 10 needles and a chunky weight 5 yarn. And the other thing I'm working on is a set of socks out of Mexicala stripes, Peyton's Croix, Millens that I bought at Cambridge Fibers when I was up in Canada, in Ontario. I think they might do some test spinning for patents and for Spin Right. I'm not really sure, but anyways, they somehow got Millens of Peyton's Croix. This is like 2 years ago in the summer, so I bought the Mexicala stripes one And then I also bought Eclipse stripes. So I figured I better use this stuff. I've got enough Croy and enough other kinds of yarn that I can make about 30 pairs of socks. So I got to start working on them. And I'm using a 2.25 millimeter set of double points. I use a set of 4. And they're kind of short. I think they're I think they might be Addies, or either that or the basics. I'm not really sure what they are. They actually have the little they're good. Whatever they are, they're good. Um, I bought some yarn at Walmart, believe it or not. I looked online, and one of our Walmarts in the Syracuse area carries different kinds of yarn than all of the other Walmarts. They all carry like the same basic kind, like your Red Heart, your, whatever their brand is, your peaches and cream cotton, that sort of thing. And they stock Boye needles and crochet hooks. So, I mean, it's a pretty basic section, but I looked online, and the store that's over in Camillus, which is a suburb that's west of Syracuse, it's if you're familiar with the Syracuse area, Camillus is just past the state fairgrounds, basically. You get off at the Hinsdale Road exit and scoot over, and it's like right close to that on Genesee. So you can find it pretty easily. And they had the Red Heart Hygge yarn, which is spelled Hygge or HY, something like that. But anyways, it's really soft. I got a couple of colors. You can look, like I said, in my stash page. I'll try and take some pictures of those in the next few days. I also got Red Heart Amore. Amore is an older yarn that they've brought back, but it's nothing like the other yarn used to be. The other yarn was soft, but it used to catch on everything, just the construction of it. This yarn is way, way softer. It would be great for chemo caps or for baby caps. It's a number 4, and it's really soft, very, very soft. And then I also got, I can't remember the other thing I got. But anyways, I'll put up some pictures of that. I know what I got. Lion Brand Woolies cakes, which were not advertised on the Walmart website. So I think it must be like a test market thing. So I don't know how that plays out in all the other Walmarts, but the one in Camillus had these Woolies cakes, which is kind of like the Lion Brand mandala, except it's the same in weight. It's the same, which is a number 3, which is a lightweight. It's lighter than worsted. It's sort of like a baby weight. If you were to make a baby Afghan or something or a baby outfit or something like that, most of that is a 3 yarn, and you use smaller needles typically. So I got 2 cakes of that, and I think it's a little over 500 yards. It might be closer to, it's a little over 500 yards. And the makeup of that yarn is 80% acrylic and 20% wool, which is the same makeup as regular Woolies, except regular Woolies is in a ball, and it's usually one color, and it is a worsted weight. So be aware, if you're making something with the Woolies cakes, it's a lighter weight yarn. But you could probably use any of the patterns that you can use for mandala with the Woolies cakes. So if you made a blanket or something like that with them, you could do that with this too. I did have a friend who used mandala to make a baby sweater, and it didn't come out sort of like she really wanted it, because I think she had the Spirit colorway maybe, that has all the blues and stuff like in it. And she thought she was going to get some blues, but she wound up getting all the grays. But her daughter picked some really cute buttons, and it looks really cute, but it was just interesting because it's different shades of gray. So be aware if you do make baby stuff, it's so small that you'll get big chunks of color. So sorry about that. I had to pause a little bit because I had started coughing and it just sounded terrible. I am over my pneumonia, so that's good, but I was eating some hell of a good French onion dip before, and it sort of, I think with wheat crackers, it kind of caught a little bit, so that's why there was the weird, awkward pause there. But anyways, I think I'm going to end this now, and I hope you go enter the giveaway in the Knits Up podcast group that's on Ravelry. Answer the question, what are your crafting goals for 2019? I think only 2 people have entered, so you might want to go over there. Your odds are pretty good, and I'll close that out a week from now. And I hope that you guys post pictures of what you're working on over in the group too. And go craft something. And I'll talk to you guys next week. Let me know how you like the audio versus the video too. Thanks. Bye.